Our universe is expanding quicker in its pace while you're listening to this very video. Given enough time in the far, far future, space will be so vast and expand so quickly, light emitted from other galaxies will not be able to reach our planet, and the same is true respectively for each other planet that exists. The abyss in between said galaxies growing too fast for new photons to make the journey across. This in turn means that there will be a time in the far, far future in which it will be impossible to tell that the Big Bang had ever happened. If this future state of the universe is even habitable, our descendants will see themselves as a swallow of matter, isolated from all else, at the very centre of the universe. The ladder they would have otherwise used to pull themselves out of the dark, rapidly receding. Furthermore, out of the 6,000 exoplanets we have observed, Earth is by far the kindest we have seen for hosting life. And yet, even in its graciousness, there are some places here that are so extreme, they are rendered lifeless. There are some deserts that are too dry, there are some tundras that are too cold. And the rest of the rocks in our solar system are completely inhospitable to life for millions of reasons, none of which we have the sophistication to overcome yet. It is self-evident that in living where we are, when we are perpetually living on a knife's edge by every metric. There's nothing really special about us, is there? There's no cosmic drama. We're all headed for the dark. General anesthesia for eternity. However fucking long that is. Well, the fabric of space-time might rip before then, but we all cease to exist anyway, so what does that fucking matter? We are a mortifying galactic malady. We are what happens when water gets into the wires. Nothing fucking matters. The circuitry is sparking. Is anyone here an electrician? Hello? You, sir. Yeah, you over there. We're all going to the same place. Darkness forever. Everything's on fire now. All of it. Where is the fire extinguisher? Where is the fucking fire extinguisher? It doesn't matter. It's all gone. It's now time to pay my dues and rest in eternal sleep. So the party can go on without me, as the bouncers pull me away, kicking and screaming. Oh, stop it. Oh, we're all fucked. It's over. Nothingness. Shut up! You thought you were so clever by getting caught up in the Christopher Hitchens debates that you missed the boat entirely. It's the Buddhists. Yeah, those guys. They were onto something. Come on, stop crying. I get you're dead now, but it's not the black you said it was. You get a second chance. I'll even let you choose your next life. Alright then, what if I was to choose the praying mantis? Well, it's a choice. But let me just give you a list of pros and cons for each animal so you don't fuck up. Yeah? The pros for the praying mantis? You have the chance to be born pink. So that's nice. There's also this movie called Kung Fu Panda, which shows a sick sensei praying mantis who can fight shit, so that's pretty fucking cool. The cons, though. Your parents will likely die before you're born, but if they're not dead, they would try to eat you. The second con is that you're born as an egg amongst around 200 others in a sack, and could you guess what happens if they're born first? Yeah. And the third one is, after you mate with a lady mantis, given you're unfortunately born male, she'll... just more of the same shit, really. Now can you see why it's important not to fuck this up? Now, there are different classes of animals, so I'll explain those, and then in each class I'll give you some recommendations, or some non-recommendations. We have the drinkers, the overthinkers, the one-eyed blinkers, shit, and the big dogs. Not literal dogs, just, you know. Are insects a class? I don't know. Short life expectancies, frequent horrific neurotoxic poisoning and cannibalism. A select few of you fuckers are freaky enough to go for these ones, so just pick the spider. You know how they get down. The fish are a choice too, I suppose. One of the choices for the fish class is the octopus. Oh, you weren't thinking of that one? Yeah, well, you're missing out. Let me just perfectly fucking camouflage like a sick fucking alien, and let me release fucking nerve poison with my 8 arms to kill shit like a fucking sick alien. Oh, you're jealous? Well, it's too late for that now. You probably want to avoid them really though anyway, because past the gimmicks they lack an outer shell which makes them particularly easy fish food. Who cares? They're cool and they can open jars. Similar to you and I in that regard really. If you opt for something like a shark, do expect to be poked at by pretentious wealthy humans swimming in a cage though. Similar story for dolphins too. No. Birds are cool too, I suppose. If you'd like to fly and be very clever, then pick these guys. Sure, you can't do anything physical at all, really.
But who really needs that when you could look up at the beautiful views of Brighton and Peterborough?
They are on average the cleverest class of animal overall, and who gives a fuck if you can't do bicep curls? You can fucking fly, right? Magpies recognize their own reflections, for some fucking reason. Crows are fiercely loyal and empathetic. Side note about crows, by the way, a murder famously attacked a researcher mercilessly. Why did I put mercilessly in the script? For capturing a crow to study, that wasn't even part of their clique. They are the mafia bosses of the sky, so they get a big yes from me. I'm now consciously aware that this video is becoming a glorified biology lesson of sorts, so in the meantime, do enjoy this video of a cockroach spinning around. No, you're not picking a fucking cockroach. What? What is it, Timmy? Yeah, let's just do cats next, then. House cats are just domesticated wild cats, obviously, but there's some slight differences between the two. For the sake of the video, I'll delve into the same sort of critter that enjoys sleeping on my bed and throwing energy drinks off my desk as recreational sport. Now, these bastards are, well, overpowered. The higher weight class cats are pretty much capable of taking out any animal, even if they're smaller or lighter. But the house cats we know and love preferred to forsake that size in favour of taking advantage of the pitfalls in species their size and even a little bit larger. They are decently, really clever, have ridiculous agility and are very lethal for their compact size. But their arguably greatest strength is just how fucking adorable they are to humans and how tolerant we are in putting up with their shit. We cooperate, we fight, and then we fight, but if you'd like a pampered life, still packed with fun times because of your remarkable abilities, the house cat gets a yes. Lastly, there are also the wild cards. Well, not the wild cards, just the animals I couldn't really be bothered to put too much time into. So, do you want to play fetch and simultaneously have the hunting capacity of a wolf? Pick a sweet little dog. Would you like to be really vulnerable and shit, but feature in a child's fable? Pick a fat little frog. Do you want to be known as literally the worst animal on the planet? Pick the mola or the sunfish. Yeah, perhaps those with a fetish for humiliation would suit this one, for it is the most hated animal on the planet.
The sunfish, or mola, is the dumbest creature alive.
This is why I hate the mola or ocean sunfish.
This is the world's most useless fish.
I mean, look at it.
This disembodied swimming head looks like the biggest joke played on
It just
Earth.
lets the current carry it and waits for prey to swim into its
When
mouth.
you first see this fish, it's hard not to wonder if this disc of a creature is an evolutionary accident.
And I think we can all relate to the mola in a way. Because by what metric is the thing so bad? A set of arbitrary standards we set on animals to determine who exists in the best way. Who fights the fiercest? Who's the most pragmatic? Which thing looks the cutest? Aren't humans just the best at that? You're not good enough. You're not pretty enough. Your nose is too large. Your eyes too wide. It eats. It lives. It reproduces. It's making its way through a terrifying clusterfuck all the same. So be kinder to it. Because were it as clever as you and I'm sure it would reciprocate that love. But perhaps the most sobering part of choosing your next life is that there does exist another particularly inconvenient type of animal. The sort that can choose not to eat when hungry. The sort that can recognize its own worst instincts and for a moment tell them to sit down and be quiet. Because I know energy drinks taste nice, but they're not good for you, body, alright? It bears the willpower to overcome its mortal truths, all the while having that confusing knowledge that one day it will be gone. Forever. And yet it can still choose to be gentle in the face of it all. Or curious. Or kind. Perhaps such is the price to pay for taking the elevator up to the next floor of consciousness. To think, to feel, to be lost. Oh, and if you do take that elevator up, do mind the gap. Homo sapien. Oh right, and of course you picked the mantis, didn't you? Yeah, no, why wouldn't you? 25 minutes of me ranting, and it's months of me editing. Yeah, just pick the funny one from Kung Fu Panda. Have fun fucking existing, then. If you make it that far. Stupid bastard.